Hello, and welcome to whatever is the opposite of hoarders.
1, 2, 3, 4. Tell 'em what you want and baby.
My name is Lisa, and I am clinically minimal.
Tell 'em what you need.
But even my minimalism has minimalism. I'm constantly refreshing my space to make sure it is up to snuff. Join me today in a ruthless investigation to weed out the things that need to go. Minimalism doesn't have to be aesthetic. I like nice things, but I hate clutter, which is why I keep exactly one boyfriend. Minimalism, or my brand at least, means that you cherish everything you do own. I probably own more paint pens than the average full-grown adult, but I make mini masterpieces out of them. And I probably own more board games too, but I'm on a personal mission to finish a Bananagrams board in fewer than 30 minutes. Conquering inconsequential goals is my passion, and so I can own as many board games as I want. Let's start with a tour of the landscape. This is my minimalist apartment. It's bougie and has these amazing floor-to-ceiling windows that were what really sold us. Okay, in the spirit of Karen, I really must correct myself here. When people say it really sold us, it typically denotes that the barrier between having something in life and not is simply being compelled enough to buy it. When I say the floor-to-ceiling windows sold us here, I mean we put it at the top of our list and proceeded to say no to things like happy hours, bachelor and bachelorette trips, ads telling us we need more things to buy, and we dedicated ourselves to living frugally to afford floor-to-ceiling windows. We really prioritize lighting and other factors that you don't necessarily see, like the fact that I live walking distance to my office in the Capitol where I lobby. And yes, on the one hand, it's luxurious and a total privilege to live in a really nice apartment. But I don't spend money on much, and my home is really important to me. On the other hand, I want to share just how little we have. The most common question I get about my home is this really all that you own? No, I actually own the earth and all its beings, but I've tricked everyone into believing they have free will. We've deliberately selected an apartment with just enough space for us to live and love freely. Our dining table is just enough for two, and it doubles as an office desk when we're working. And then over in the office, the desk is completely clear of anything. Not everything should be minimal though, like my subscribers. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel for more minimalism. Back to your regularly scheduled programming. There's room for nostalgia and minimalism, like this nameplate from when I worked in the state capitol as a public servant who thanklessly fielded calls from people who wanted to change the law to bring cursive back and ban sex ed. Ah yes, maybe hormonally charged teens should go back to writing raunchy love letters in calligraphy. Time for business. What will I get rid of today? I'm hopeful for all of our contestants, but there are no guarantees on this island. An entire closet is shared between me and James. My clothes are over here, and his clothes are over there. I have a love-hate relationship with my closet. Though my style fluctuates, I feel myself honing in on chic, feminine neutrals, gauchos, and linens. My ideal aesthetic is Lama Shepherd meets LA's new/fake ethical clothing scene meets 70s congresswoman. Get rid of anything you haven't used in a month. I've been excited to get rid of these, and these, and these. When we host a handful of friends and I get to share my love of cooking homemade Vietnamese dishes, we pull that office table over to this sofa, and then we pull up this dining table as well, and it's just silly, but it's really intimate, and that's what dinner parties are made of. I haven't touched these canvases because I'm insecure about oil painting, but I'm not ready to let them go. so I'll set a commitment to use them later. I recently bought the full Tombow dual brush pen marker case. I used to collect them one by one. Look at this cute black and white color chart that I marked off for every pen I owned. I don't even have a color printer, so I had to reference the color codes. Bless my arts and crafty little heart. So I'll be giving away these excess markers. Comment below if you want them or whatever else I'm ghosting. I'm giving away everything that has fragrance. Fragrance is added to jack up the price of cosmetics and are the #1 source of irritation. If you do not immediately get irritated by using fragrance in your skincare, you may still develop irritation later. And worse, you may develop a sustained allergic reaction to the fragrance the more habitually you use it. And even worse, irritants such as fragrances and dyes can co-opt other less harmful ingredients in your skincare to create a new irritant. Fragrance is a drama bomb, and I don't have time for it. Vaseline. This one looks like it's like as old as I am. I'm gonna do a little bit of research into the products that I have to see if they're worthy of keeping, and if I keep them, how I'm gonna use them, and how, if I need to experiment with them, how I'm gonna do that methodically using a control of the skincare regimen that I know works and is very neutral on my skin. On friends, I have two. The first one, I'll keep. I have to mail my friend something before I go. I almost forgot, and it's really important. It's her ID. The second one, I'll keep. She's my mom. Like the last sampler plate egg roll that looks delicious, but no one will touch it because it's rude to grab the last piece of food, even though we're all about to get our entree anyway, and we'll proceed to not even finish our food because we have such abundance that conserving food as a norm is actually quite ridiculous in America and probably results in more waste. Some apps go stale. Here, I'm deleting the Starbucks app because COVID-19 has released me of my addiction to matcha lattes. And I also don't need the Zero app, which is a fasting app, because fasting is really hard and I'm too grumpy while fasting to log the fast in my phone. And how about while we're at it, we just get rid of the whole phone because coronavirus has taken away my matcha lattes and now food, and I'm just done. And so yeah, I'm taking that last egg roll. So we do a lot of living here in the same small apartment. We cook, we sleep, we share, we create, we work out, and there's no part of it that's unused. So I wanted to open up my home and show you how I live, but I hope that it doesn't come off as aspirational or worse, out of reach. On the contrary, I just want to show how a small space can be full of love. Because I don't own the concept of minimalism, and because there probably isn't one definitive set of rules for it, I'm creating some guidelines for what I like to call minimalism with a Z. Minimalism is not an aesthetic, an aspiration, nor a judgment on others. It is a process of thinking that kind of goes like this. What's important to me? Let's prioritize time and money toward those things, whether it's biking or cooking, fashion or books, quality time with good friends and food, or solitude with hands-on projects. What are the obstacles in my physical, mental, and spiritual life? Whether it's unhealthy food or video games, or less obviously, reading the news and toxic relationships, minimalism says, can you not? Your home is really just one expression of minimalist thinking. Remember to cherish what you do have. Really, truly appreciate the resources that have gone into creating those things and use them fully. Question norms, like owning excessive furniture or appliances or clothing. The answer each person arrives at is different, but the questioning is how we take back our space and our life's design. Invest in your freedom. When I originally set out to live simply, I thought it would feel as if I was telling myself no every day. I thought minimalism would make my life dull and constrained. As I was vigilant about changing my life, it did feel restrictive for some time as I regained control over my finances, my style, my voice, my time, my everything. But then over time, I didn't have to be vigilant anymore. I was just free of the noise to begin with. And now my life is dull where there used to be drama, and constrained where there used to be recklessness. And yet it is also more colorful than ever in my relationships, hobbies, in my solitude, those things that matter to me. So I dare you to question more. I dare you to feel more, take more ownership, and in the process, minimize the clutter and the cost of the status quo in order to truly live in abundance.
The wild minimalist has its secrets too. Deep in the recesses of its bedroom, it hides things behind a mirror. What's that? A bag of Crown Royale? Clips of the secret minimalist.
"50 feet tall and revved up too high."